when I first wrote down this quote, it messed with my head. And in this video, I want to share the story behind the quote. The story starts when I was in primary school. I was a child prodigy, so I was very good at mathematics at a very young age. And at the end of primary school, I took a scholarship exam that landed me a scholarship to high school through mathematics. And when I went to high school, I also continued doing maths competitions, and I got a lot of medals. At the end of high school, I wanted to apply to schools in the US, and I mean Ivy League schools, top 20 schools. And because of all my credentials and accolades, my teachers and my parents, they thought I was this once in a generation level genius, and they thought I was guaranteed to get in. I myself thought I was guaranteed to get in. When I was about to apply, I was like, yeah, I have this in the bag. So before I applied, I took to YouTube to start learning about other people who had applied and who had gotten into these schools. And so I stumbled on some of these YouTube channels of American kids who had done these projects, and then the projects had gotten them into Ivy League schools. And I was blown away. I was completely blown away. Because while I thought that my SAT score and my awards were enough to get me into these schools, I saw people that they had the SAT, they had the awards, and they had a third thing on top of that that was equally as impressive. So I'll just give you some examples of what those people did. The first guy I saw, he wrote 3 research papers and published them while he was in high school. Now, if you don't understand how big of a deal that is, let me break it down for you. For you to be able to publish a research paper, not just write it, but publish it, you need to submit it to a board of seasoned professors. And each of them needs to go through it and test all the edge cases and make sure your argument is airtight before they can publish it. And that is why most people who do research and get published, they don't do it when they are in undergraduate. They don't do it when they are high school students. They do it when they are doing their masters. And this guy did it when he was in high school, and he did it 3 times. So I just wanted to understand how big of a deal that is. The second guy that I saw, he wrote a book that was a bestseller in his city. So this wasn't a short story book. It was a thick book, and it was a bestseller in his city. And then the third guy I saw, he secured a high-profile government contract to do an environment initiative in his country, and he was in high school. A high-profile government contract that other people were looking for, people that were much older than him. And so when I saw these guys, I realized that even though my parents and my teachers were clapping for me and everyone around me was clapping for me, I wasn't in the real arena. I wasn't. It's just as if I was a football team and I was playing in the Farmers League and I was dominating that Farmers League, while the real killers, the real players, were in another league. And so I was getting all these compliments like, oh, you're so smart for an African. You're so different from all these other guys. If you were born abroad, you'd be unstoppable. And those people meant it as praise. They generally just wanted to compliment me. But now that I think about it, that is not praise. It's not. It's just a way for them to set the bar lower for me, so that they can clap for me when I barely pass it. And so from that day, I made a vow that I'm never going to be satisfied with being Nigeria's top whatever. It will be a nice milestone if I reach there, but that is never the goal. I decided that I'm going to be world class or nothing. And here's the thing, I understand that it's going to be much harder. There's going to be less applause, there's going to be more failure. But guess what? It doesn't make this path any less worth it. And the truth is, right now I don't have much. I've not achieved much. But this is the standard that I've set for myself. And I would rather die than settle for less. So, this is the frame that I'm working with. And whether I make it or not, we shall see. If you want to see the thing I'm doing right now to become world class, then you can check out this video about how I'm building an AI business from Nigeria with $0. And if you got value out of this video, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.